please, somebody needs to hear me. When God blesses you, he does not say everything's going to be easy from now on. God, help me paint this picture. But remember, God does not bless you to stress you. And then secondly, God has to bless the foundation before he can bless the house. Here it is. Before God can give you stuff up here, he's got to dig out some stuff down here. He's got to move some dirt and turn over some stones and get rid of some rocks. Are you getting my drift? Somebody doesn't realize that God is working on the foundation stage of your life right now. You think you're ready for the house, the car, Mr. Buff or Miss Fine, but God says, before I can give you any of that, I got to dig you a new foundation. Because you've been living in Babylon, and I got to reorder your life, your habits, and your thoughts before I can bless you like I want to bless you. You got Babylonian smell on you and Babylonian dirt in you, and all of that has got to come off and out. God won't put a new building on an old foundation. Here's a word for those just coming out of Babylon. Focus on where God is taking you, not where you're coming from. The children of Israel can't see where their faithfulness has paid off. They can't see where their singing in the choir has paid off. They can't see where their ushering at the door has paid off. They can't see where parking cars in the cold weather has paid off. They can't see where being a leader in the church and being faithful to prayer meeting and regular in Bible study has paid off. Forget the sins they've committed. Forget the lies they've told. Forget the feelings they've hurt. They're looking for something from God. And Zechariah comes forth with some good news. The lights have been turned out on the pity party. The sad music is all gone. God is moving in. He's declaring that the days of sorrow are over. The time of rejoicing is about to begin. Are you ready for it? Some of us are so depressed we can't even hear truth. We've slipped so far down, we've turned off our hearing, that which brings joy. All we deal in is mess, and all we want to hear is junk. We've been in the dark so long it started to extinguish any light we've ever known. That's why you got to be careful about constantly conversing with negative people. They'll change the way you see life. Have I got a witness? We have a hard time believing the Zechariahs. Somebody in here this morning has already said, I don't believe a word he's saying. Nothing like that's happening in my life. Preacher don't know what I'm going through. I've heard all of this before. But your problem is you got so far into the darkness that the darkness has started to get in you. And I'm coming after you this morning. In the name of the light of the world, I'm invading your darkness. In the name of the bright and morning star, I'm dispelling your darkness. I'm coming after you if I have to drag you out, and you're coming out with me. For the darkness offers you nothing but a one-way trip down. The darkness offers you nothing but new thoughts of taking your own life. The darkness offers you nothing but a way to ruin and wreck your life and the lives of everybody that loves you. God sent me in here this first Sunday of a new year to tell you that the day of shame is over. You are coming out. You will be delivered. You will be set free. You're getting up today. We become so attached to our pain that our pain keeps us alive. I hate to talk to some folk. I don't mean no harm. I say to some folk, how you doing? They say, well, you know. So things not in it, but no, it's really rough for me right now. But then they drop this pietistic cliche, this colloquial idiomatic expression that they don't really mean or believe. They say, pray for me. Really? Well, the next time somebody says that to you, I want you to stop whatever you're doing, wherever you're on your way to, and take them by the hand and say, we're going to pray right now until you come out of your mess. We're going to talk to the Lord until your burden is lifted. We're going to storm the portals of glory until Satan turns you loose. Do that, and you'll quickly find out how serious they are about being relieved of the mess that's causing them stress. And if they choose not to pray with you, but rather to run off to be sad in somebody else's face, space, and place, then you know they they don't want to leave the pain because they're not sure they can live without it. For the pain is all they got left from what they lost. I'm through. And I remember a while back, David Cozart, I had to have a root canal. I'm scared of dentists. I admit it. If I go in on Monday, I want you to knock me out. Do what you got to do. Wake me up Wednesday or Thursday. Be all right. But the endodontist said, I got to take the root out. And it's going to leave a hole in your tooth. So she explained to me before she knocked me out that she couldn't just leave the hole there, but she would fill it with a synthetic material. She said, whenever you have a loss, it's got to be filled with something. And the first thing that applies for the position is pain. That's when I got my word. Right there in the dental chair. Whenever we suffer a loss in our lives, a void, a hole, if you will, is left in our heart and our mind. And by the time grace comes around, the space has already been filled. Pain fills the hole left by the loss. Take away the pain that lets you feel sorry for yourself, pain that tells you you can't make it, pain that makes you believe everybody's against you. That take that away and all you have is what you lost. But God sent me in the house today to tell somebody he's going to work on your teeth. He's drilling out the pain. And he's filling the space with his joy. I know many of you have lost loved ones in recent months. The tears still stain your cheeks, but starting today, those tears will be accompanied with joy. I know many of you have heavy burdens, bills are high, jobs are tenuous, but God is giving you joy in the midst of uncertainty this morning. You'll find yourself singing, I know the Lord will make a way somehow. And then you'll throw your head back and holler, yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Somebody's sick and the doctors can't seem to help you, but you refuse to give up. You keep coming to church anyhow. They say it may take more surgery, but ever since you let God renew your mind and change your heart, you have joy in spite of what the doctors are telling you. Have I got a witness? You've had great loss, but you've discovered that you got a choice of what you use to fill the hole. You can have a pity party, feel sorry for yourself, fuss, cuss, and complain. Or you can say like Job, the Lord gave and the Lord has taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Ain't God all right? I don't know about you, but I've had my share of life's ups and downs in 2014. I've been on the mountain and I've been down in the valley. I've had to suffer great loss, but though the loss initially brought great pain, I've learned to fill that void now with God's joy. Have I got a witness? I refuse to live in pain. I refuse to live in misery. I refuse to be bitter and constantly disappointed. I will not be forever frustrated. I'm not too blessed to be stressed. I ain't that holy yet, but I am too blessed to be distressed. God's got something better to fill our loss. When we are weak, the joy of the Lord is our strength. And when we don't understand what we got to go through, we grab a fistful of, and we know that all things work together for good to them that love God and are called according to his purpose. And we turn our back and walk away from trouble saying, we'll understand it better by and by. Have I got a witness? When it looks like trouble will never end. I dare you to remind yourself that weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. Ain't God all right? There are no chains that God cannot loose. There's no despair that God cannot remove. There's no darkness he cannot dispel, no hole he can't fill, and no hurt he can't heal. Can't you hear God saying, come ye disconsolate, where'er you languish, come to the mercy seat and fervently kneel. Here bring your wounded hearts, here tell your anguish. Earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot heal. Ain't God all right? Good evening now. Happy New Year to you. God doesn't bless you to stress you. God has got to bless the foundation before God can bless the house. And I'm in my seat when I tell you that getting back your joy is spirit work. Education is a good thing, but it won't get back your joy. Sophistication is nice to have, but it won't bring back your joy. Knowing the right folk, I like to be connected, but it won't bring back your joy. More money, a bigger house, newer car, finer women, buffer men won't bring you joy. If spirit work, the Holy Spirit made you a project. God's coming down your street. He got his construction crew with him. But I got to remind somebody, he may have to do some demolition first. You know, sometimes God has to tear down before he can build up. Sometimes God got to pull up before he can plant. Ain't God all right? He'll have a demolition crew, but then he's got a construction crew. He can construct some things in your life, fix it so you can sleep. Won't need no Tylenol, won't need no Prozac. Throw the hydrocodone away. I dare you to pick up your Bible. If you want to sleep real good at night, turn to Psalm 23 and read, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Turn over to Psalm 27, tell him the Lord is my light and my salvation. Turn over to Psalm 90 and remind the Lord, you've been my dwelling place throughout all generations. Go to Psalm 21, 121, and tell him I'll lift my eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help. All of my help come from the Lord. Is there anybody here want your joy back? Anybody here want joy from above? I get joy when I think about what he done for me. I get joy when I think about what he done for me. I get joy when I think about what he done for me. Joy, 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 what he done for me. Joy, 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 what he done for me. Took my feet out of the miry clay, that's what he done for me. Placed my feet on a rock to say, that's what he done for me. Ain't God all right? Ain't he all right? Say yeah. Say yeah. That's why Jesus died on Calvary. That's why God raised him from the dead. That's why he's alive today. He does not mean for us to be miserable. He means for us to have joy. I'm through when I tell you this. You ain't gonna like it. I really want it. I really want it.